Are you never from the Vlog Boys?
Yes.
Hello everybody, welcome to Football Chats with me, Nell. Yeah, with my son on a fan vlog. You know I'm always in the background, I'm always doing the production and editing. I'm never in front of the camera, so this is something new for me. I'm not used to this camera thing, so I'll get used to it as time goes. So yeah, welcome to your new home of football conversations with football people from all walks of life. I mean, from your club officials to your media officers to football fans, you people on football Twitter, to maybe members of technical teams, members of clubs and stuff. You just request a guest and definitely we'll have him here. So I'll start by introducing myself. For those of you who don't know, my name is Nell Mulefa. I'm 23 years old, soon to be 24 years old. Yes, I know I look 40, but I am 23 years old. I'm a Mamelodi Sundowns fan to start with, and I'm a Manchester United fan. But this is not about that. This is not about Manchester United, about Mamelodi Sundowns. I'll try not to make it about Mamelodi Sundowns. I'll try to make this channel not about Mamelodi Sundowns, but it's about all clubs, all especially African football, man, because we don't get enough content about African football in this country anyway. So I'm 24 years old, as I said, and I'm one of the founders of the Masandwana fan vlog, the World Cup broadcasting covering Masandwana fan vlog. Yeah, that's enough about me so far. And then now we're gonna get into the hot topic. Yesterday at 7 p.m, Eskom hit us again, but we still had Twitter live stream. While other people were watching Isitingo and other things, we were watching the Champions League draw. And let's roll the teams on the screen. In Group A, it was Wydad and Sundowns. In Group B, it was Horoya and Esperance de Tunis, the current champions. And it was Constant Star in Mazembe, in Group C, that tough group. And in Group D, it was Simba from Tanzania and Club of the Century, Al Ali. So these Champions League quarterfinals will take place on the 5th. First leg will take place on the 5th of April, 5th and 6th of April, and the second leg will take place on the 12th and 13th of April. This is how the draw results went on. Roll on that picture. Constance drew the current champions Esperance de Tunis. Mamelodi Sundowns drew the Club of the Century, Al Ali. Horoya drew former champs Wydad Casablanca, and then Simba drew TP Mazembe. So those were some very, very good draws. I predicted the Sundowns and Al Ali one. I had a gut feeling Sundowns was gonna play Al Ali. I don't know what. So let's start with the Constance. Let's start discussing Constance and Esperance de Tunis, man. This is Constantine or Constance first appearance in the knockout stages. They came out of that tough group with Mazembe and Club African, but they edged Club African with that goal difference. Because remember, Club African was thrashed 8-0 by TP Mazembe in Lubumbashi. Esperanza are the current champions of Africa. They won their third title last year, beating Al Ali in the final. So yeah, Esperance are the hot team for me in the Champions League. They went through the group stages conceding only 2 goals and losing nothing. So yeah, that's the first quarterfinal, Constance versus Esperance. All right, that's all on Esperance and Constance. We move to the quarterfinal clash. No one can tell me that this is not the quarterfinal clash. We have Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa and as the Club of the Century, Al Ali, man. This is the most enticing match for me in this draw. I mean, this is the draw I wanted. This is, as a Sundowns fan, I know this is, but as a Sundowns fan, I wanted Al Ali. And reason being, one, we could only draw Esperance Al Ali or TP Mazembe, and the other two, I think would have been a bit tougher. Esperance they got the most points in the group stages. They considered the least goals. Uh, they are the current champions, so I didn't want to play them right now. I mean, I saw Esperance in Orlando. I saw what they could come to your home ground and do. They frustrated Pirates. Pirates tried playing their game, but Esperance they're very resilient. So I wouldn't want Sundowns to play Al Ali, Esperance. And then TP Mazembe. Sundowns never come out alive in Lubumbashi. Both times they went to Lubumbashi, they got thrashed 3-1. So yeah, Lubumbashi. So Al Ali. Also, last time Sundowns and Al Ali met was in 2007, where the first leg was, I think it was in the second round in the Champions League. Sundowns, Al Ali came and hit 2 quick goals in the first half. We went to half time 2-0, and then only for RIP, Pascal Tokai and Jose Torrealba to score the equalizer. To score the Sundowns goal to make it 2-2, and then we got to Cairo and they beat us 2-0. And then, but the other time Sundowns and Al Ali met, we were in the Champions League final, 2001 Champions League final, where we drew 1-1 in South Africa, and then we went there and we got thrashed 3-0. You get the picture. Sundowns has never beaten Al Ali before, but I think this current we're talking about the 2007, and we're talking about Abu Trika's Al Ali. So that was a totally different time. Alright, the last time these two met, it was 2007, obviously. The club of the century last won the Champions League in 2013. Obviously, you know beating who. Beating who. They actually, but after that, they never made it to the Champions League group stages in 2014 and 2015. In 2016, they never made it out of the group. But since then, they've made it to 2 finals in a row and lost both of them to Wydad Casablanca in 2017 and Esperance de Tunis last year. So yeah, both these teams only got 1 point away from home. So it seems like they struggle a bit on the road in playing in other people's conditions. But they both took all 9 points on offer in their home games. So Al Ali are currently second in the group, second in the Egyptian Premier League, second to Zamalek. Zamalek are 3 points ahead. But the interesting thing is that a week before they come to Pretoria, they play Zamalek. So that should be very, very interesting. Sundowns obviously sit first in the PSL, but it's a let's not talk about the PSL title race. We're here to talk about Champions League. So yeah, that's all on Al Ali and Sundowns. I think that's the picture that everybody's looking forward to. Even those who don't want to admit that this is the fixture to look forward to. And then the third quarterfinal, ladies and gentlemen, is 2 teams who were in the same group last year, which they were in the same group as Sundowns and AS Togo. Is Wydad Casablanca of Morocco and Horoya of Guinea. These two were, as I said earlier on, they were in the same group last year. This is how they played last year. They drew 1-1 in Conakry and Wydad won 2-0 in Casablanca. These two edged Sundowns last year into they're the 2 teams that qualified from that group, which had Sundowns and AS Togo. They recently fired their coach. Obviously, we don't know the reason. I don't personally know the reasons why, but they weren't happy with their coach, it seems. These teams had identical home and away records as well. At home, they both won 2 and drew 1. Wydad proved that they can get decent results in West Africa. They got a 1-1 last year in Conakry, and this year they beat Lobby Stars in Enugu. But Horoya have a good home record. They haven't lost, I think, in 20-something matches. I'm not sure 20 how exactly the exact number, but 20-something matches they haven't lost in the Champions League at home. So Conakry is not a very easy place to go to. Sundowns went with Sereno, Kamabila, Pesitao last year, and it still didn't happen for them. Wydad Casablanca obviously are one of the favorites to win the Champions League every time they compete. Going to Mohammed V Stadium or the complex in Rabat. It's not easy. You did see that hostile atmosphere that happened in Game 6, with that fans having a banner the size of my living room about a certain coach. So yeah, but that's another exciting one. That's another exciting. All these draws I've mentioned there are 7 league champions in this draw, and you won't believe the only one that's not a champion. I'll tell you at the end of this video. So obviously the first semi quarterfinal is the champions of Algeria versus the champions of Tunisia. The second is the champion of South Africa versus the champions of Egypt. And then this one is the champions of Morocco versus the champions of Guinea. The last clash, quarterfinal number 4, Simba and TP Mazembe. TP Mazembe, ladies and gentlemen, is the only team out of these that's not champion of their league. Obviously, AS Vita are the current champions of the Lina Foot League. So, Simba are just a breath of fresh air, man. I don't know how. I haven't watched a Simba game except the time they got a thrashing 5-0 against Al Ali. But I've seen videos of their atmosphere in the stadium. They create something else in that stadium. It's not an easy place to go to. They won all the home matches there, I think. Yeah, they did win all the home matches there. But Simba also got 0 points away from home. They lost 5-0 to Al Ali. They lost 5-0 to Vita, and they lost 1-0 to Sohora. Both teams won both teams in this clash. Mazembe and Lubumbashi. Lubumbashi 3 o'clock. It's not an easy fixture. So Mazembe won all their home matches. Also, Simba won all their home matches. Simba did a stellar job for qualifying after losing 5-0 2 times. That's an achievement for me. So yeah, that's going to be another exciting one. All these clashes, those are some good quarterfinal clashes. I think I'll predict them. Let me do a prediction. I think, let's start with the first one. I think Esperance de Tunis will be through to the semi-finals for quarterfinal 1. Quarterfinal 2. Quarterfinal 2, I think Mamelodi Sundowns will edge Al Ali. Mamelodi Sundowns have done well against North African teams in recent times. Okay, except Wydad just have an edge over us. Esperance de Tunis just have an edge. Okay, we done well against Zamalek only. Why am I saying we? Sundowns have done well against Zamalek only. Which is another team from Egypt. I mean, people were saying Sundowns were scared to. Teams are not scared to get Sundowns from teams in the first part are not scared to get Sundowns in the other part. I'll roll a tape of the legend, of the Al Ali legend, when he was after he drew Sundowns. Let's look at his reaction and see if he really wanted Mamelodi Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa. Masarawana are back in the knockout stage after missing out last year. The 2016 champions was the second team to reach the last stage after holders Esperance. So now okay, Matt, he's putting a smile on his face. No. Mamelodi Sundowns will receive Al Ahly Sporting Club, record 8-time champions. Al Ahly are in the knockout stage for the.
So you could clearly see that he even hesitated opening that ball, man. Like, you could clearly see that this man didn't want Mamelodi Sundowns. We're not saying Mamelodi Sundowns are the favorites, but Sundowns was the least wanted team in the other part because they're the only team to win the Champions League in the other part. So yeah, man, I think Sundowns will get the edge over Al Ahly. I think they'll win here in Atchedrill, and they lose in Cairo, but not like maybe lose 1-0 in Cairo, win 2-0 at home. I think Sundowns will get into the so the other quarterfinal, I think Wydad will win against Horror, and then the other one, I think Mazembe will win. That's all on the Champions League, Joe. I love how it turned out. Enticing clashes, very exciting clashes. Yeah, that's it from today's episode. This is the last ever time you'll ever see me alone. From here on, we'll have guests. Request your next guest. And then the last thought of the day is the Pirates technical team, man. I saw the other day on Twitter, people were calling them out and on all sorts of things, calling them frauds and whatever. But your honest opinion, how do you think the Pirates technical team have done so far? Obviously, with the challenges that they've had, how do you think they've done so far? Subscribe to the channel, like, share, comment. Yeah, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.